Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum. Walaikum salam.
Darren Till got cut by the UFC. But why is that? Did he really get cut by the UFC? Was it his decision? Why could that be? All in that video, guys. But first of all, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I would highly appreciate that. Click the button below, hit the like button. I would appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. So when I heard this news this morning, when I woke up, I saw the news, fighter removed, Darren Till. I saw it in our Discord, by the way, join the Discord. And my first reactions, my first two emotions that I got were sad and confused. Because of course, on one side I was sad because Darren Till is a fighter that I love, one of my top 10 or maybe even top 5 favorite fighters. So of course I was sad to see that he got removed, but I was so confused because it doesn't make sense to me, and I'll tell you why. Darren Till is on a three fight losing streak. I know if you take his last 5, it's even better and stuff, but on a 3 fight losing streak. He's 30 years of age. He just turned 30, I think, at the end of last year, or even maybe he's even still 29. I don't know. He's still young, and the UFC normally doesn't cut guys like this. I mean, Tony Ferguson is like 37 or something on a 5 fight losing streak, still didn't get cut. Guys with big names don't get cut that easy, and Darren Till is a big draw. Darren Till has a huge fan base. And also you have to see, Darren Till fought 3 months ago. If the UFC cuts you because of your bad performance, they cut you a few days later, 1 week later, maybe 2 weeks later after your bad performance or your last fight. They don't just come after 3 months like, this Monday I feel like cutting Darren Till. I just rewatch his fights. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. The UFC doesn't do that, especially not to a guy like Darren Till. So I was pretty sure that they just didn't just cut him because they weren't happy with him. If they cut him, it had to be something special going on behind the scenes, or it was Darren's decision. And then Darren came out with a tweet, I believe, he had a tweet that, hey guys, it's all right, me and the UFC, like we don't have beef or anything. I decided to get cut. I asked them to get released from my contract because I have to sort some things out and whatever. I have to take on some projects, whatever. So then I was like, okay, there needs to be something going on there. Because Darren Till doesn't just ask the UFC to cut him to just chill out and work on himself and not fight for a year. Because if you know the UFC, you know that they don't have to be a cut for that. You can just not fight for a year, there's no problem. The UFC has to offer you 3 fights per calendar year. You don't have to accept them. The UFC will never force you to fight. Of course, if you're a champion or something, that changes, but the UFC will never force you to fight. It's your decision if you fight, when you fight. So you could just chill out for a year, no problem. Many people did that. There has to be something going on. I don't believe that he goes to Bellator or something. Many people said that. I don't see that. Like, Darren Till is a guy that has one goal and one goal only, which is to be a UFC champion. He makes a lot of money outside of the UFC. So he wants to be a UFC champion. He said it over and over and over again. And going to Bellator or to a different promotion is not the path to be a UFC champion, because if you just want to fight lower competition, you can tell the UFC, hey, look, I want to build myself up again. I will not fight any ranked guys or highly ranked guys. I will not fight any 25-year-old Dagestani killer. I want build-up fights. I need to rebuild myself. And the UFC will accept that. Trust me, the UFC will accept that. So that would be the path to rebuild yourself, not going to Bellator or something. That would make no sense. The UFC doesn't say, hey, you want to Bellator, you want to fight? We're so happy you went there, come back. No, they will say, you left us, you went to this promotion? Do whatever you want. Of course, at one place, we'll maybe take him back. But anyways, I don't believe he does that. Darren Till's a smart guy.
Of course I'm tough, but I'm smart too. I'm more smart than tough.
Darren Till is so connected in the UFC with his blockcaster thing and everything. He wouldn't do that. If he does that, hey, I'm very surprised. I believe he does something very weird there. My first thought was, and that's still kind of my only idea that I have, is that he may have an injury or something, and wants to treat that with some steroids. Because why else would you go? Because if you go out of the UFC, you're out of the testing pool, as far as I'm concerned, at least. So then of course you can take stuff. Maybe you also just want to bulk up. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do. But my first thought was he wants to take some stuff for whatever reason, for maybe injury, for, I don't know, maybe, as I said, he just wants to bulk up. I don't know. But why else would he do that? If you guys have any opinions, I'm sure there's smarter guys than me out there, write it in the comments, but I can't find any other reason why he would get cut from the UFC and say he needs to sort some things out and work on himself and some stuff. Like, what could it be otherwise? There's no other reason why you would be cut from the UFC. As I said, you can just not fight for a year, no problem. Why would you get cut from the UFC? Want to get cut? Out of promotion? I don't think so. In boxing or something? I don't think so. Makes no sense. The only thing that comes to mind is steroids. Even though I'm not aware that he has an injury, I don't think it would make sense for him to getting bulky with the roids, especially because when they're out of your system, when you're in a testing pool again, the results will also go away because you don't have them roids anymore. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. This is my only thought that makes sense for me, but at the same time, it's also weird to me. You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to figure it out. In my head, there's really no other conclusion. Really not. But I would love to hear your take, guys. Write in the comments. What do you think? Why did Darren Till decide to get released from the UFC? Is he beefing with Dana? Will he go to Scott Coker, to Bellator? Will he go to ONE FC? Will he go be to Dagestan for a year, be a wrestler? What will he do? What is the plan behind all this? Write your thoughts in the comments, guys. I would love to hear your takes on that. Make sure to like this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, that you don't get cut from the UFC. Eat your vegetables, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bloodsport out.
Eat your vegetables.